Hey everybody, I am here with Steph Singh. Stephanie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm about a 7. I'm keeping it real. Are you keeping it real?
Yeah.
Before we get started, we started to talk off camera about how I stood you up on our Zoom meeting earlier this afternoon. I just want to say we had like a 2 o'clock meeting. Next thing you know, I'm getting an email saying, "Mr. P, I'm sitting on my laptop. Where the heck are you?" And I like almost jumped off the seat at the ceiling. I goofed. What can I say? I'm sorry.
It's fine.
But we made it work. So we're here. We're here now, and I'm so appreciative that you not only did this once, but you're doing it twice. What did you have for dinner tonight, or have you eaten?
I haven't eaten yet. We haven't decided what we're going to have.
Oh, well, tell me what the options are. I'd like to offer your family my input.
Well, it's just going to be me and Jess.
Okay.
We're probably going to eat out. So it's either going to be like Taco Bell or Wendy's. Something like that.
I'll say Taco Bell.
That's what I was thinking.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, will you go get it? You'll drive, or are you going to have it delivered, or what?
I'll usually go out and drive. It's just easier than getting it delivered.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Do you want to know what I had?
Yes, of course.
You have no choice. I had yesterday. We ordered hot roast beef sandwiches from Mama Marie's on Broadway. They do these like weekly takeout meals, and so they had hot roast beef sandwiches and macaroni salad and coleslaw. It was absolutely out of this world. So tonight we had the leftovers of it and a couple other oddball things, but that was the main thing. It was really good.
Sounds nice.
It was very nice. So tell me how you're doing out there.
I mean, it's been better. It's just
Now, what makes you say that?
it's kind of just a rough adjustment to like from seeing my friends every day and like having fun to being locked in my house with my family.
Hey, you are keeping it real. I'm so appreciative of that. Is everything okay?
Yeah, we're doing fine. I mean, like most of like my family still works during the day, so like that's relatively normal. But now on top of my schoolwork, I have to like take care of my nephew because my sister works. So it's like
Okay. How
I'm
old's your
babysitting.
nephew?
He's 6 now.
Okay. So you have to come up with activities and things to keep him occupied?
Yeah.
And you're almost like a teacher. You're putting in like prep work to keep him occupied and doing things, right?
And like the amount of Zoom meetings he had this week, it was just like that was a lot.
Is he in Pitman schools?
Yeah, goes to kindergarten.
Do you know? Okay, because my son is also at Kindle, but he's in first grade, and same thing. He's doing like Zoom meetings and things like that. Do I have you?
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah, you kind of just froze on my screen for a little bit.
Steph, I hate to say this. I think you froze.
I'm pretty sure it was you that froze.
Well, we're going to have to go to the tape when this is over, aren't we?
Of course.
But anyway, so you're coming up with things. What types of things are you coming up with for your nephew to do?
Well, usually I'll stick him in his room and let him watch TV. But when he gets like really bored, we'll probably like play a game. Like today we played Knights.
And talk to me. What's Knights?
Knights is where he has a foam sword. So at first I became the queen and I knighted him. And then I became the head knight and I trained him on how to defend the kingdom.
That sounds fun. I'll bet he loves it.
He does.
Are you Aunt Steph?
I'm Aunt Effie.
You're Aunt Effie.
Yes.
What's Effie?
That's my nickname. Just F. Like
Okay.
that's what my
F. I got you. I like it. You're striking me as you have a little bit of a exhaustion, much in the same way lots of moms and dads out there are exhausted from having to deal with their children at home all day long. So what does Steph do for fun and relaxation when her nephew is not around?
Well, right now I've like usually been watching Psych on TV because like that's my one happy place.
Okay.
Or I'll like paint or do something creative because I just need something to keep me going.
Yeah. I've been reading things about how some of those artistic outlets like painting and drawing, people are coloring, are very therapeutic and do a lot to alleviate symptoms of anxiety and stress. So good for you. Are you reading any books? I know you're a big reader.
Not yet. Like I haven't like because of like schoolwork, it's kind of been mentally draining me. So I've been thinking about like getting into like a few of the books I have, but like I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay, that's fine. Talk to me about schoolwork. How are you managing all of your work? Are you getting a lot of work?
I mean, in some classes, in others it's like not so bad, but like I always get it done on time, and it's just sometimes it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah, to manage it all. Do you tend to keep a regular schedule? Do you do it in the morning or do you do it over the course of the day or what?
I kind of try to like maintain like a little schedule. Like for math, I'll do it like day by day, like the day it's due.
Hmm.
But like I'll always try to like keep that schedule. Like I'll try to go in order of my classes or like when an assignment is due, just to like keep some schedule in my life.
What are some of the challenges you've had to deal with since we've gone to virtual learning? What's been the most difficult part?
I think right now is like just trying to wake up to do my work because like now that I'm like not really on an actual schedule, I'm staying up later and getting up later.
Yeah.
So like, now it's just trying to wake up to actually like make it to my like online meetings or like actually doing my work on
You
time.
you forget how much a school day schedule keeps you in a routine that I think is positive. I mean, even for myself, we're all going to bed later and waking up later, right? But
Mm-hmm.
how many times is it, 8 o'clock in the school day, and we're saying we shouldn't even be up at this time. We should all, if this was the summer, we would still be asleep and things like that. So once that attendance factor, as far as getting in the homeroom on time, is gone, it's funny how we kind of slip into different routines, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's one of the assignments that you could talk about that maybe you've really enjoyed so far?
Well, even though I was like venting to her about how like overwhelming it was, I enjoyed like in environmental science our soil labs. Like I just thought it was like neat because like we separated the
Is this
components of
Miss Katz?
yeah,
Okay.
we separated the components of soil and like got to like measure and see what like was in it. And like I
Of
just
the
thought it
soil at your house?
yeah, and I went to like a park and took some soil from that too. So like
You soil thief?
yeah,
You stole soil?
like I was
This
I was
isn't the first crime we've gotten on tape for this interview show. They're going to have a wanted sign. They want that soil back.
well, it's too late now. It's separated. They won't need it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So how's the soil at your house?
It's the perfect soil for growing crops. I've learned.
All right.
It's a
Put some cornrows out front.
yeah. I'll think about it. Might be too much.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know how well that would go over, right?
Hmm.
Um, I was wondering if you think we'll go back to school.
My hope is that we'll go back. I'm at least hoping maybe June we can get to go back because the one thing I'm just hoping for at this point is just a graduation. I
Hmm.
don't really care when it is. I just want one.
Hmm.
But I mean,
I saw something on the news, I think, or maybe it was my own Facebook, that someone threw out the idea of having students do a postponed graduation in November when students would be, or maybe I'm thinking of prom, but it was in November when students come home from their colleges for Thanksgiving break, that maybe that weekend would lend itself to school activities that weren't able to be finished from the previous year. What do you think about that?
I mean, that would be interesting. I wouldn't mind doing it as long as I genuinely have like the time to actually come back.
Yeah. See, now you froze again.
I
Am
mean,
I
you're frozen
frozen?
here. Yeah.
I think you're frozen.
Maybe we're both frozen.
Maybe we're like in the Matrix right now.
We
There
should
you
be
are.
asking.
I miss that smile. You know, I say all the time, you crack me up. We've talked about this ninth period. When you start laughing, I start laughing. You have an infectious laugh.
Oh, thank you.
What's that?
Thank you. Better than the coronavirus, at least. Something.
That's true. I'd rather get a laugh from your contagious laughter than coronavirus. That's a fair point. You mentioned about the possibility of even going back to school just with enough time to get graduation in June. What do you think school would look like if everybody went back on June 1st and we had to go back to like a routine of getting up and having a school day for a couple of weeks? What would that be like?
I mean, I almost imagine it'll be like when we get back from winter break,
Mm-hmm.
except like with masks and like everyone wearing rubber gloves.
I'm laughing, but I mean, I guess it's possible, right? Have
Yeah.
you gone anywhere with masks and gloves? Have you had to do that?
Yeah, like, so I never really leave my house without the mask because like of the governor's warning.
Mm-hmm.
But when I have to go to the laundromat to pick up my laundry, like I'll always take my mask inside. And, like sometimes I'll wear gloves, but it depends on like if I can find them.
I hear you. I'm still in denial about it. I mean, there's been a couple errands that I've had to run where I don't even think about it until I get into the store or up to the door and there's a sign that says you can't come in without a mask. And then I have to run back out to my car and things like that. It's still sort of surreal. It has that. I haven't gotten used to that aspect of being home at all.
Yeah, like when I leave to go into my car, like I'll have to walk back inside because it's like, oh, I need to take my mask with me.
Right. Right. How have you been staying in touch with your friends?
So, well, when Madame first introduced the fact that we could have Google Meets, we'd all
Mm-hmm.
decided we should do Google Hangouts. So like that way we can at least see each other and like we can like talk for long periods of time.
Mm-hmm. And are you doing that all the time or once a night or what?
Yeah, it's usually a couple times a week that we try
Okay.
to like get in touch.
Is it like class wide or is it just kind of your inner circle of friends? I'm just
It's a
curious.
it's a little bit of both. Like sometimes when like we have Google Meets, some of us will stick around like after like the teacher and all the other people have left and we'll just talk.
Yeah.
And then my friends and I'll like see if we're free and then we'll like go on to our Google Hangout.
All right. Am I frozen?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the playback of this. We should place a bet. Like let's say I record this and then I post it to YouTube. I'm going to just put it out there. You know, if you're the one that's frozen, you should I should win the bet. And if I'm frozen, I owe you the bet. Any thoughts?
I mean, okay.
Come up with something. Maybe by the end, or send me an email. We'll come up with we'll call it a gentleman's bet.
Okay.
I'm not encouraging students to gamble, people. It's just a joke. We're having fun here.
Wrong.
Right, exactly. I mean, you're like 4 weeks from graduation. You're a young adult, Anyway, let's take a detour. Have you watched any of the previous videos yet?
No.
Really?
Well, in the email you said like you didn't want to give too much away, so I didn't want to like.
All right, I forgive you. You're right. That's fine. I'd prefer that. So I have 2 bowls, all right? And in one bowl, I have all questions related to me and things you should know about me. Or just really things I want to talk about, get off my chest. And in this bowl is all things related to things in the news these last few weeks. So I'm going to let you pick a question from one bowl. And if you get it right, I will do one of three things. We'll either have a pizza party when we get back to school. I'll mark you down as an IOU for lunch, or you will have all of your library fines waived for eternity at the high school. So would you like a question on me or a question based on things happening in the news?
I'll take a question on you.
Okay, fantastic. That's the choice I would have chosen. So here's the questions. I'm going to mix them up. Do you mind if I pick the question out of the bowl?
I mean, it seems a little difficult for me to get the question.
Well, I figure or I could just hold it like right there. Go ahead. Put your hand down. Put your hand from the top of the screen. There we go. Good choice. Good choice. All right, here we go. Oh, here is the question, Steph. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This one's going to be a little tough, but I think you could do it. All right. Now, do you know who my favorite band is? This isn't the question.
Okay. I think I should know what it is.
You should.
Because
it's
you
Rush.
Talk about it a lot. Yeah, Rush, right?
Yeah. Rush. Can you name any Rush songs?
No.
Oh. All right. Here we go. Well, the question is, I'm a huge fan of Rush. Finish this lyric from their hit song, Tom Sawyer. Okay, I'm going to read the lyrics and you guess the answer. Here's the lyrics. And though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. His reserve is a quiet defense, riding out the day's events. The blank. Is the answer A, saloon, B, library, C, river, or D, motorcycle?
I'm going to go with C, river.
C, river. Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Let's just go for it.
River is correct.
Yay!
You got it. Though his mind is not for rent. Sing it. Don't put him down as arrogant. His reserve is a quiet defense, riding out the day's events. Dun, dun, dun. The river. Does that ring a bell?
Never heard it.
I want you to promise me something. If you were the one that was freezing this whole video, you have to learn the whole song by heart. And when we see each other in person again, I want you to be able to at least like give a presentable karaoke version of this song. All right? I'll hold my phone up and you have to sing it. This could be down the line.
To be fair, I might have done this anyway. I'm a great karaoke singer.
All right. And I'll tell you what, I'll do your karaoke song. So what's your favorite song that you think I should learn?
Now this is interesting because this could go two ways.
Don't go out of your way to embarrass me.
No, but like because it is.
We are in the Matrix.
That one was me. I did accidentally click out, but I have two go-to karaoke songs. It's either "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor or "Ice Ice Baby" by Vanilla Ice, and I don't know which one would be funnier to see you try and sing.
I'll leave it up to you. All right. I am not a fan of either one of those songs, so either one would sufficiently embarrass me. Listen, before I let you go, I want to ask you two more questions. I'm looking at my list. Let's go like three more questions. What's the best thing about Pitman High School?
I would say the teachers.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just like because like I can always talk to my friends, but like I genuinely miss them right now. Like including you, of course.
Thank you.
Like
I miss you. You know I miss you.
Of course. Like how could you not miss me?
You brighten my afternoon up every day in school when you come down ninth period, and you and Elena, and you know it would be like I've told you this that it was a nice way to end the day. I really enjoyed having you guys there, and like we would kind of it would be a way to a nice way to end the day. Who else do you miss?
Well, of course I miss my friends. Like, I just miss being able to like be around them and
How
see.
about a teacher?
Oh, well, Miss Cass and Miss Adio. Or Miss
Okay.
Wachowski.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they miss you too. Have you, now you have Miss Katz. You don't have Miss Machowski as an English teacher this year, right?
No.
Who, you have Mr. Newcomb?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have any way to contact Miss Machowski?
I mean, well, I was her aide, so I still have like the remind on my phone that I can
Okay.
talk to her. And sometimes I sneak into Jess's like lectures with her. It's so nice to like
You should
just
send
like
her an email. Just like a little, hey, I was thinking about you.
I probably should. That would
Oh,
be
she
nice.
would love that. I know she would love that. Um, Let me ask you this. What's ahead for Steph after graduation? Where will you be in September?
I
Assuming
will hopefully
assuming
be
this is over. What's that?
I will hopefully be at Ryder.
Okay. And what are your plans as far as a major?
Secondary education and English.
Oh, future teacher. Maybe someday you can come back to Pitman High School.
If it's here.
Jeez. Just got dark. Steph. Hey, I'm going to forget. I love that laugh. There, don't make me laugh. Steph, is there anything you want to say to your classmates or teachers before we wrap up?
Just, I miss everyone. I love you. And stay inside. The more we stay inside, the quicker this will be over.
Great advice. Great advice. Steph, thanks so much for doing this. I miss you, and I hope you're safe and well. And I can't wait to see you so that you can sing that Rush Tom Sawyer song for us, okay?
Or you sing one of my songs.
Or, I'll do that as well. I'll be the first to do it. All right?
Mhm.
All right, Steph, take care. Good talking to you, okay?
Bye.
All right, bye.